Okay, so I'm just gonna do my homework if it was already is. So I'm just gonna list 3 things about what I have learned that is most likely to be less important, and 3 things that is I've learned that's more important about the government. And so first of all is less important first, okay? So first of all is I think that let's just say that sometimes if we pay the money to go to the spaceship, it's sometimes we're not gonna worth it because sometimes the trip isn't enough for you and sometimes you could feel dizzy and nauseous. I know that some of you guys did feel the experience and that is bad and you feel the worst, but somehow this energy just pump up into you and then somehow you wanted to do it again and you're like, that's most likely to be rare. I'm one of them, but I'm saying, and I know that you guys sometimes go through something new, and you thought it would be worth the money, but the place isn't the place you would supposed to think. So yeah, that's the first one. The second one is sometimes in the spaceship it could have some buttons that you most likely to not understand. And even though the constructor does teach you what each button does, but you can't just remember each of them. There's way too much. So sometimes you could forget one of them was useful and then somehow you're stuck in space forever, I'm saying. And third of all is you guys might be dizzy in space somehow because there's no gravity and somehow you could feel dizzy. Yes, it does bring up in that kind of sense sometimes. And when you feel dizzy, you vomit to feel better, but sometimes it worsens somehow. And if you vomit, then the gunk you throw out just gonna float everywhere, and that is disgusting. So it's not gonna worth the trip at all. And okay, next to the important one is that you could have a chance to see what a real life moon would be like. You could feel excited and always wanted to go to the moon. And sometimes when you walk, you feel like a trampoline, but the way you go is much slower than a trampoline on Earth. And everyone know that, I'm saying. And you get to see the view of the space, and which is cool. Even though you know there is stars, but you can't get the sight to actually go get close and see it. I mean, sure, in animation cartoon you might could, but in real life it doesn't really count like that. It's quite hard to even do that actually. Even though science did take experience and everything blah blah, they still cannot catch the stars anyway. And the second one is every trip and every time is worth a penny. If I'm just saying, a trip is expensive enough. You're gonna be honest that you would be honest actually, but also you also would be grateful to even go to plan that trip because it's all your money or someone's money to buy it for you. It's like, yeah. And the trip is expensive and you just go there and you hated it, so it's gonna worth the money anymore. So you're gonna try your best to at least find something interesting about it. Right, that's worth the penny, each penny you breathe in there. And also, part of all is the government does take off the money, and then somehow the monies get a bit of loosened in how we live. But the government uses a lot of money because NASA, of course, And I think it's for the important part because they can't just do it randomly. You need a reason why too. Sometimes we're grown up, so we need to understand why we should do this and that. That's the reason. So don't get too pissed if you see your government stole all your money somehow just because of NASA. Now, I didn't read the dialogue clearly, but I did try to my best to understand though actually. So that's all I could say. So if you have other opinion, then that's totally fine. I'm fine with it actually. And that's all I could say. Goodbye.